Hi, welcome to Crate. Welcome to the Creative Home. Uh, Today I'm going to talk about how to set your socials like pro. This is going to give you some valid points that you should know anytime you're considering setting up a page on social media. Yeah. So it can be on Facebook, it can be on Instagram, it can be on TikTok, it can do Snapchat, WhatsApp, emails, whatever you want to do. So opening a social media account is actually easy, but setting it up like a brand, it's where a lot of people fall short. Today I'll show you how to make your socials with professional. First and foremost, I know maybe you would have your brand name, you can have your brand logo, you should sure you have your brand details, contacts, you can have a catalog, you can have email, you can have a website. All these details, if you have them already, then when you're setting it up on your social media, it is all going to be very relevant. Why? It's going to be inclusive. You are not going to leave anything out. Now, for instance, when you are setting up pages on Facebook, let me take Facebook for instance. If you look at the whole interface of a page on Facebook, it has portions where you can have in your hours of work. Times when you'll be available, and days and times when you'll be available. You can have a section of your profile name, profile photo, and then even your profile cover photo. And the cover photo is something that is very relevant to a Facebook page. It's a place where you can put in certain advertisements. You can put in your slogan. It can be changed seasonally. It can be changed. Depending on your own frequency. It's actually a portion where you can put in relevant info that doesn't need to go on your profile photo. The profile photo can have your logo. You can have something that represents your brand, and you should also have the part where you can state your bio, something very descriptive, something very simple, something that describes your brand in just simple words. Like that is where you should consider. There are portions where you can add website, you can add your email, you can add your contacts, and all other things, all other links that are being necessary on a Facebook page. Anytime you are setting up a Facebook page, you should also know that not all these info. You shouldn't have all these info before you can set up a page on Facebook, but you should have some relevant ones like a profile photos. For credibility's sake, you will need to have all these things. Now, if you look at Instagram, sometimes when you create an Instagram account, you would have to switch the page into a professional account so that you can have features like your page category. Like maybe if you are a restaurant, you can choose a restaurant as the page category, and it can even display on your profile. It gives you the chance to display that on your profile, and setting it up or converting it from just a normal profile to a professional account is actually something that I feel is necessary for every brand, regardless of what category you fall into. You can add your emails, you can add your links to websites, and even multiple links. You can add a lot of them, and then you can add your contacts, you can add your emails and all that to a professional account. And it's very, very necessary to add portions where we have the highlights. Now, these highlights are places where you can have a brief summary of some of the things you do. Sometimes it can be something that some people don't need to go back to all your posts to see what you do. Sometimes some of the highlights can show some of the things that you do. Maybe it can be some promos that you've run before. It can be some testimonials of clients. It can be anything else. It's just highlights. What are some of the featured things you want to put out there on Instagram profile? Yeah, if you look at X on Twitter, it's just simple. You can put up a whole simple page username and all that, your details like contact and email and your website. Setting up an account on X is not that tough. Now, if you look at LinkedIn and Facebook work similar though. Some people create, let's say it's a company, it's a page. If you want to make it more like a page, you need to create a company page on LinkedIn. But some people use their profiles and then may still create a page out of their profiles. And it still works though, but I think it's not necessary to do that. You can have a profile and then you can create a page so that you can give you the chance to create multiple pages but being managed by the same profile. if you're going to use a page for a profile, it means you're going to keep logging out and logging in, logging out and logging in. You become an admin for all the pages that you have created. So it is very necessary to have a page on LinkedIn, but you should have a profile first. It's necessary to have a profile, and you can create a company page on LinkedIn. I'm going to do a tutorial on how to actually create these pages, especially on Facebook. You need to have a profile, then you can create a page. But some people can switch from a profile to a page on Facebook. I think that feature works. But if you are going to be able to manage multiple pages and you need to create a profile, then you can have super admin roles or content admin roles to specific pages that you would want to manage. That is how it works. Now, if you look at TikTok too, you can create a normal account and then a creator account and then switch to a business account. I think this one also allows room for you to be able to run ads and all that. So in setting up your pages, you need to consider all these things and get to know which platforms also work for you. Maybe media platforms is a professional account you want, you can just go straight to LinkedIn. If it's something that's more like a product-based business, I mean, you can go everywhere. You can put up a page everywhere. Yes, and then you ensure there is consistency in your messaging and brand messaging. Actually, brand identity throughout all the platforms that you're putting. You are creating a page for. So even with Snapchat, people create pages on Snapchat. I'm going to create tutorials on how to do all these things simple. So your socials are actually your digital business card, or complimentary card, and you need to set them up right. Subscribe for more hacks. Subscribe, turn on the notification. If you have subscribed already, you can unsubscribe and subscribe again. I'm just kidding. You can just share this video to any other person that you think this would be beneficial to, so that the person can subscribe and have more interesting things. This is just an introductory phase, and I'm talking too fast, but I just because I just go on to exceed the time that I have to.